little bit of a delay there. Sheet should be here any minute. I know he's coming on. He's on his way. Really small little 3-gamer. Only really one game we have to decide anything on for a while, which is Denver, Philadelphia. It looks like everybody's, Keegan Murray, I guess, is the true question mark that could open up some stuff. Really just, I guess, we didn't open it that much, to be honest. Like, we just make an excuse for it too. But yeah, we're really lacking value here. So Sheets, you just popped in, and I think you're going to have the same take that I do, that the value is definitely lacking.
Oh, no news?
No, all the Denver guys are probable now. 6, all 5 of them. And the only one we have a real questionable is, I believe, Keegan Murray, as the only one that's listed as questionable. And that maybe you could talk yourself into Harrison Barnes more, although he hasn't put up like 25 fantasy points in a million years. Maybe you could talk yourself into my ridiculous Alex Len play. I don't think I'm actually going to pull the trigger on any big ones, but I'll probably throw it into a little one. And what I'm doing is I'm just going to take the shitty value.
Which is what with Reggie Jackson and
that's the one I'm trying to avoid.
Well, again, I'm running my builds right now. What else am I going to see? How about that? What do you think I'm going to see?
Peyton Watson.
Peyton Watson.
And I think you're going to see. I'm just looking real quick. I think you're going to see Metu.
Ooh. I hope not.
These guys all have tremendous bus paths. Hey, Metu was on my last 20K win.
Okay.
Let's see, but I mean, it's there's a range of outcomes. You know what I mean? Like,
well, it looks as though right now I would be getting, without making any change, I'd be getting 90% of the following 3 players. I'll tell you what, I'd be getting 90% of 3 players.
Okay.
And 80% of a fourth. So tell me which those 4 are. How about that?
Reggie Jackson, Peyton Watson. My guess is Plumlee or probably Plumlee.
Yeah. So you missed the point. So 100%, whatever, 96% Reggie Jackson, which of course means 92% Embiid.
I figured that Embiid was going to be the 80% guy, maybe.
And then 82% Plumlee, and then 92% Kawhi, of all things.
Yeah.
Right now, I mean, again, I haven't done the contest sim yet. That's just what I'm getting straight up. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Well, I, as usual, had an hour and a half issue with DraftKings where I couldn't enter more tournaments and do things.
Oh my God.
And I just talked to my host, and I honestly just can't figure out what's happening. And I'm just writing him right now.
It's just where it gets to assign lineups.
No, this was a new one. This is they were telling me I was in a place that I'm in the same place I always am. Like, I'm telling me I'm in a place that's
they got you for like jumping or something like that.
For restricted. I never did anything anywhere else.
Right.
And I've been playing, so it's frustrating. Tice is not bad. So let me just say something. All the value I would say is bad value. Pretty straightforward. Like, it's just what we have to deal with. You know what I mean? It's not like we have a choice. The big change in the day was Westbrook's projection throughout the industry came down minutes-wise by a lot.
Oh, that sucks.
I'm still going to play him, I think. And I haven't really seen OKC get blown out a whole lot, but if there was a spot, it's the 3rd and 4th, the back-to-back. Like, it just feels like this might be a spot. But the weird part is, like, I kind of want to bet the OKC side of it. But no, Tice is the better play than Trey Lyles, regardless of what any of the projections say, in my opinion, unless Keegan Murray's out. And I think Tice, I've sort of talked myself back into Tice being like a better play than by a good ways than he's being projected. It's a little expensive. It'll keep the ownership a little bit lower. So I actually thought about playing him instead of Plumlee, who I think is going to have twice the ownership. And
did you mention Eric Gordon?
Eric Gordon, I think Eric Gordon is another one of those guys you consider.
Okay.
But again, like I'm using Embiid in every lineup, so I'm not playing that many lineups, but the ones I am are all going to be Embiid. So I don't have any reason not to play Embiid. And a nationally televised game, the guy is like 10 fantasy points better for his career. It's against Jokic. It's a spot where I think you want to like that. For me, that's what I want. I actually built a lineup with he and Shea using all of the weird value.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I like I do like the Shea play tonight a lot. And you can run it back with the middling Clippers and hope the game goes a certain way, like Powell and Westbrook. The problem is they don't ideally correlate with each other, and I've got them together quite a bit. It's not horrible. It's just it is what it is. I also have a ton of the way I'm getting different is a really weird play, but like, look, I want guys who I know are at least going to be out there. Okay. They played a back-to-back, and he only played 29 minutes, so it's a little less than most people last night. Lou Dort is going to play 30 minutes tonight. He's for 5,400. It's not the most exciting play in the world, sure, but there's definitely like 25. I feel like is a very reasonable number for him, and that's good enough for me at 5,200. I don't feel great about anybody else getting 25. Westbrook, I do. I think he's got a good chance too. You know what I mean? But the 5K guys they're just not there. Norman Powell, that would be the other one.
You know what bothers me about the Norman Powell play?
What's that?
Because I play him more than anybody, okay? Is that the games where he never misses, he still only barely gets 6X. It's like every single time. I'm like, oh my God, he's going off, and now what has he got? He ends up with 32. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I mean, he was 9 for 12 in the last game,
right.
31.
Right? I mean, it's like.
No, it's just a guy because they're missing a position player there because they're missing Zubac that you kind of want to be overweight those situations because it's going to fluctuate. The problem is most likely, although they both played 30 in the last game, most likely it fluctuates between Westbrook and Powell.
That would be the perfect result if Westbrook just went off anyway.
Yeah, if you're playing Westbrook and you want to play him. You want two things to happen. You want them to be down early or you want them to be up a lot early. Both of them are really good for Westbrook.
Maybe I haven't been paying attention, but you know what I'm playing tonight? I didn't even know that they still had this tournament, but I'm going to be playing it tonight because I'm experimenting with different MME stuff. I'm playing the 20 max, the $4. I didn't even know that even was still offered. But it's tonight. So I'm because I'm trying to do different things with like MME stuff. So for those of you, by the way, that want to dip into, MME stuff, that's a pretty good attempt to do it.
Yeah. Agreed.
Today's the 16th. Okay, and then
what if I do Gordon? Yeah, maybe I find something a little bit different with my mix because it's just. I do think even with the Shea and Embiid build, I think people are actually going to find their way to that build.
Shea and Embiid.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm playing? I'm playing Shea. I have in my big buy-in. I will have very, very little from that first game actually.
Yeah, my big buy-in. It's only one of Watson or potentially of what's his name, Reggie Jackson.
But you're playing Embiid as well.
And then I'm playing Embiid. That's the only one.
Yeah.
Watson, Metu. Like I keep trying to find a middling play that I feel good about having like some serious upside, and it's just
you know I think's a good play. I think Durant's a good play.
You like Durant. I like Kawhi.
I like them both.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I have a little bit of an issue with Durant with Beal. I think he's averaging like 40 fantasy points per game.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, hold on.
His projection likes him a lot better than his actual production has been.
No, if I'm not mistaken, hold on.
Yeah, 4 games in a row with Beal, all of them under 50, under 46 fantasy, 46 and under.
Well, I'm not going to. I want to confirm this first, but hold on. In my current iteration of my big buy-in in the NBA, I have. Oh, I actually am playing Beal. All right, that's interesting.
See, I like Beal, and so the Beal Leonard are the two like middling guys.
That's what I have. That's what I have.
That's what my first build had, and then I just thought, oh god, this is exactly what everyone's going to get to.
Maybe.
Because I think they're both going to be really popular. So that's why I was trying to get different and force in extra value where there isn't really value. Actually, Beal's ownership is a little lower than I would have guessed, to be honest.
He's another guy that's never done anything for me. He's done more for you than for me.
Oh, yeah. He had that one game, man. Oof.
Yeah.
He had 60 real-life points to start the third quarter, and he ended up with 61, I think, or 62.
Yeah, we've ever had to complain.
No, but it was crazy, you know, right? It doesn't feel – you think at that point –
I know. I get it.
I appreciate the 80 whatever fantasy points, but 100.
Yeah, right. I mean, you know,
I won the tournament, so I can't be that upset. Or did I? Maybe I came second. I don't know. Play core guys from Kings, then middle price guys from Suns. Yeah, like okay. So what middling? So you want to just play? So we're gonna ignore that the usage has basically gone all to Bradley Beal, Booker, and Durant. And then if there's another one, it's Nurkic. So we have to play the 5-man who's Grayson Allen, who literally plays 30 minutes and takes like 5 shots a game. He's a very, every now and then he gets hot, sure. But as chalk, I think it's, something I'm going to try to avoid personally. I like, I could play Grayson Allen, who's a better play than what's his name, than Lou Dort. But Lou Dort's 400 cheaper, which I actually need. And I mean, I have a little Grayson Allen. For anybody who's all excited about the Suns guys who are middling price, just look at the game logs.
No, I know.
I mean, with Beal, Eric Gordon's averaging 15 fantasy points.
It's a lot.
It is what it is. He's 4,200 though.
Yeah.
I feel really comfortable with Tice.
I feel really comfortable if you signed me up for 275 fantasy points today.
For who?
275 fantasy points.
That's what takes it down?
That's what I think. There's like nobody that's good. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, it's really, you're right. It's a hard path to figure out how anybody cheap is going to like Tice could get like 35 or something. We've seen that.
And there's how I get 315. I mean, that's it.
Yeah. And then Westbrook gets, 40 or something like that. That's certain. I mean, that's always a possibility. He put up 46 in the last game. Embiid gets 100. I'm saying that somewhat jokingly, but I'm not entirely joking.
You want to know why? Because Embiid gets 70 every other game where he plays 3 quarters. I mean, like.
Exactly.
Possible.
Any Pat Bev love? I thought about it, but if it was in a later game and I could know, the only thing I really want to know is what we don't know, of course. And we just want to know for sure about Keegan Murray, because that's the only kind of hingy thing that maybe you could talk yourself into more Trey Lyles, I think, if that happens. Maybe Harrison Barnes, which feels really gross, but this is a gross slate. It's a gross DFS one. It's 2 great basketball games.
This is a little.
What's that shit?
No, this is like a little nut. So again, I'm experimenting with different sim stuff, and like depending on like what I do, like I could also play like Embiid and Embiid and Jokic in every lineup, or I could play like with none of them. There's a lot of ways to play, I think. What do you think about Kenrich Williams? He's showing up as some terrible value.
I just want to remind everybody who's playing Patrick Beverley, just remember that like Kelly Oubre, who was out before when Patrick Beverley got more run, is playing. So just want to give them a warning, because people seem pretty confident on the Beverley thing. I'm just throwing that out there. And one thing I do like about him, of course, Jolly. I was going to say Jolly's definitely playing this guy, because he's been red hot lately. He's been getting minutes and stuff like that.
Who?
Patrick Beverley. Oh. Red hot, like 24, 28 fantasy points. Not like
that'll work.
That'll work, man. I mean, are you kidding me? Look, I think it's a totally fine play. I'm actually kind of surprised the field didn't go there more. I think it's just because the projection's so bad. I mean, I think it's totally fine. I actually like it that it's going to be low owned. I think that you could talk yourself into it for sure. I actually have no problem with it. I'm sort of teasing Jolly, but I do still think it's an interesting play. And you have a pivot off of another guy who's probably going to play less minutes than Beverly, maybe. The other problem is Beverly was getting more minutes when Embiid was out too. It's just tricky. It's a tricky situation to figure out.
Yeah.
What his minutes are. Although I'm just going to take a quick look at what they are projecting him at. It is, and Maxey got the fell out of overtime. 24 minutes. I mean, I have no problem with Patrick Beverly if you really think he's going to play 24. That's pretty good. I mean, Reggie Jackson's not going to play 24 minutes. He might, but I think he's projected at 20.
Yeah.
It's only I like that idea. Like that's one simple thing you could do. Play Tice instead of Plumlee and play what's his name instead of Reggie Jackson, and then just come up with a different build. I think it's kind of interesting. Now I'm starting to get sold on it too much. I mean,
Reggie Jackson can definitely get 4.
Reggie Jackson can get 4.
Yeah, he can get 0 maybe.
But
no, he's got to play. He's got to play a little bit.
But even if he plays a little bit, he could get like 5 or 6. Like that's possible. I think Christian Braun is the interesting one because he's going to be the lowest owned, and that's really the only reason I think he's the interesting one.
There's this guy from Philly that keeps showing up.
30% ownership for him too. Jesus.
There's this guy who keeps showing up in my Philly builds that I end up like not playing. I think he might be out today. Is that Strothwer guy? Is he in?
Strother's on Denver, but he's out.
Oh, okay. I'm Denver. Sorry about that. Maybe I should play Westbrook anyway. Westbrook, then I play Embiid. It's not the worst idea. I played worse plays, I think.
I know.
Embiid just got to smash, right? I mean,
I feel really good about it. I can't say any more than I have because I feel very, very comfortable with it. How about Beal? So Beal, Shea, and Embiid. Okay, so then what do I need for my scrubs? If I play those 3, I need Beal to get 40. What do I need from them? I need 40 from Beal, 60 from Shea, 80 from Embiid. Okay, so that's 180. And then you've got 5 places to get that extra 100 you're looking for. And you've got 5,900 on Westbrook, who maybe he can get you 40. Let's just say he goes out there and he gets you 40, okay? Then you're at 220 with Peyton Watson, Chemezi Metu, Daniel Tice. It's doable. It's not pretty. It's going to be really, really thin. And that's if those guys all get what you need them to. So it's tricky, man. It's a tricky build.
Christian Braun. Ugh. Good grief.
It's not the most fun. There's a lot of not so fun clicks today.
Good grief. You know what I mean? Like, seriously.
But I mean, he is they're high on him. You know what I mean? We saw him play big minutes in the playoffs. He just hasn't gotten that full role, that we sort of thought he'd have this year, or a lot of us thought he'd have this year.
Who do you like between Paul George and Harden, if any?
So it's a really good question. I think they're very close. I guess I give a little bit of the edge to Harden. The only thing is Harden doesn't rebound anymore, which is good. He's playing real basketball, but right. It's not the same thing, and even without Zubac, I don't know. That was a prop bet that I bet the under on was 5.5 rebounds Harden. That seemed way too high. He's had more than 5 once in 7 games. I also bet every Westbrook over.
What kind of ownership is De'Aaron Fox going to get tonight?
MJ's asking if Braun and KCP are okay together. I would rather not do that. I would rather not play either of them, to be honest. But KCP is an interesting one because nobody talked about him because he's always the same price, always the same guy. But he's won people money on this slates like this because he's another one that sort of fits the Lou Dort mold of just he's going to play minutes. Sorry, I didn't mean to. He played 37 minutes in the last game. It's not pretty, but I think maybe KCP is a reasonable idea. Like if we're going to play Eric Gordon, we should be playing KCP. And the fact that Eric Gordon's going to be more owned than KCP is kind of weird, I think.
What do you think of De'Aaron Fox is going to be owned tonight?
De'Aaron Fox.
Not much, right?
I don't think it'll be that much. I bet all of his unders, even though I actually like him for DFS because I don't think he's going to. He's getting the ownership.
Oh, he is?
15, 20%. I mean, it's a small slate, though. Everybody's getting some.
Right.
Booker is at. Yeah, I think Booker and Fox is a tough conversation. It's a close one. But if Keegan Murray's at it, probably boosts Fox a little bit, I guess, if you want to look at one thing. Yeah. I like Malik Monk in that game, by the way, too.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. I say that like it's like an off-the-board play, and meanwhile, I look now, and he's like the 7th most popular player.
Eric Gordon.
But it looks like Shea is the most popular on DraftKings as of right now. Oh, no, that was just a point guard. No, never mind. Oh, no, but Embiid only at 20%? I mean, super sold.
So Strother being out, does that help anybody? No. Well, that's probably why the Braun and the other ones are a little bit better. Maybe.
Well, the Strother's been out, and that's why those guys are a little bit better. But they're even we've sort of seen the sample. You know what I mean? It's not like it's brand new.
Right.
And also, but who is also gone for them is Conchar, but he's been gone too. Yeah, everybody's basically been kind of gone. Last spot on FanDuel, Grayson Allen or Kevin Hurt? Grayson Allen, for sure. I don't know if I'm talking stuff about Grayson Allen, but like Kevin Herter, like, is he going to play 40 minutes or is he going to play 10? I honestly don't have an idea.
That's how he's playing, I guess.
He had an insane game the other day. He just nailed everything against Milwaukee.
Yeah.
And is he getting ownership tonight? I would have thought he was, but maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, I like. You know what? I'll take him sub 10%. I thought people would just game chase a little bit.
Who?
Kevin Herter. I don't mind the idea of Kevin Herter. I think Grayson Allen is the logical answer. Depends on the rest of your lineup. Grayson Allen is the one who makes the more sense. Projects much better. The minutes are more secure, actually, which feels weird, but they are. But I think Grayson Allen is. I mean, I think that Kevin Herter is kind of an interesting tournament play. That one I can actually get by. I wasn't going to play him because I literally thought he was going to be like 30% owned. But also you get the extra leverage what if something does happen and we don't have more, Keegan Murray ends up out, then he gets a boost. But definitely Grayson Allen's the logical, Kevin Herter is the tournament, more tournament-y one. KCP, Bev, Embiid on the first game, then the rest play out. That seems to be the way to go. I'm personally not going with the Beverly thing. I'm personally not going with the Reggie Jackson in my big buy-in. I just don't think it's ever going to kill me. It's just maybe he's better value than Metu, but the guard position is strong enough, and I like the idea of getting the guys just around him. Like you could play that KCP Pat Bev thing, and that's kind of interesting. Metu. Maybe I don't even need Metu. I wish Eric Gordon was still forward eligible or Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. These guys have always been forward eligible, and this year they're not.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you're right. I'm looking at these Durant lines. I mean, he hasn't really put up a game
since Beal. It's all with Beal.
Beal came back, huh?
He's gonna do it at some point, obviously. I just don't know. Like I think Booker's the better fantasy player in general than I do Durant. It's sort of depending on the situation. They're going to average out almost to be exactly the same. But Booker's the one who always seems to get. I mean, Booker might have the weird 20s game. Durant's like always in that 35 to 45 when he has a bad game.
Yeah.
Booker might go down to the 20s, but he's going to be over 50 most of the time.
All right, I'm going to get out of here.
Think so?
Yeah, I'm going to go eat, and I'll be probably back to late swap after Embiid scores 100 on me in the first half. But that will That'll do it for me. I will. I'll see you later.
All right. Good luck, buddy. Yeah, guys, I've got a company call right after we're done with this. So if there's any notes, throw them out. I'm going to probably get out of here in a minute too. It's just weird that the Sacramento, like I get it. Like we just don't. I don't think it's that as straightforward as that's just play the Sacramento guys. I wish I could play Kevin Huerter at small forward because I would actually do it. I would play Kevin Huerter. Yeah, I would definitely do it because I'm going to probably end up with Lou Dort. We know how that can go. I actually don't know who I'm going to end up with as of right now, but I do know that it is probably going to be I'll probably just use 1 or 2 max on like Watson, KCP, and Reggie Jackson, and I'll be lower on Reggie Jackson than everyone else is. I'm also playing Tice instead of Plumlee to get a little bit different. And that's the name of the game. Just try and find little ways to get different on these ones. So I'm going to say good luck to you guys as well. I appreciate you tuning in. Please click the like button on the way out. And I'll be in the premium Discord for anybody interested in chatting it up in a little bit. I like the Kenrich idea, Kobe, that you said before. I didn't see that. I actually think there is some room for Kenrich on the back-to-back here where you need defense. I thought about this one a little bit today. So maybe that's a good way to go and use him as a placeholder. The problem is, I mean, this guy hasn't hit 20 fantasy points since, as Sheets would say, the Eisenhower administration. That's the only problem. Anyway, good luck to all you guys. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you. DeAndre Jordan, that did not cross my mind for a second. Could it get there? I guess I would just play Alex Len if you're going to play DeAndre Jordan. Take a different type of swing. Anyway.